Good morning, everyone. It's not really morning, it's afternoon, per usual. We run very late.
It's a beautiful day.
So it is a beautiful day here in Washington. We're going today from Anacortes to
Skagit.
And then to
Arlington.
And then to
Boeing Field.
Boeing Field, because there's some really cool stuff out here in Boeing Field. Plus
like food.
Food, yeah. And we have to hit REI, get the crew car, go to REI and buy some cameras because Steph keeps breaking them.
It's all my fault.
/ we keep breaking cameras a lot. So that is our game plan for today. Let's go ahead and hop in the airplane. I'm John from Fly 8 Mike Alpha. CFI turned airline pilot, turned back to CFI. Come along on my journey, flying Alaska to Florida and beyond. So we're gonna practice a short field landing, getting ready for the competition.
Okay.
So, by the looks of it, I would say I would plan to land on the aiming points, right? On the 1,000-foot markers.
Okay.
And then try to make Alpha 2 as your turn off. That'd be a good goal to have.
Skagit traffic, Cessna 170, entering left downwind, 29er Skagit. How much room do you think we have from the 1,000-foot markers? Like 800 feet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so try to land on the 1,000-foot markers. The aiming points are 150 feet long, so try to put your wheels, on that 150-foot zone. Okay. And then get the airplane stopped as soon as you can after that.
Oh, jeez. Sit up.
That's okay, then just get the brakes on and pull that yoke all the way back. The more you apply the brakes, it'll be the same as pushing the yoke forward to get rid of the shimmy. 8 Alpha 2.
6 at Alpha's clear at Alpha 2, Skagit.
We're popping around all these different airports to help practice for the High Sierra flying. Steph wants some STOL practice. So
I know I'm not going to win, but I just don't want to look like an idiot.
So we're going to practice some short takeoffs and landings, some spot landings, and see how that goes. I think it's about time to hop in the airplane. I don't see anybody on base final or even downwind yet, so...
Yeah, I do.
All right, you ready for my attempt at a short field takeoff?
Or?
Skagit traffic, Cessna 2962 Delta departing runway 29, Skagit traffic.
You're just doing 10-degree flaps?
Well, to start with, just because I can't reach all the way down there from 0 degrees of flaps.
Okay.
So I'm starting off at the end of the piano keys, if I can get this thing going straight.
Nice.
There we go.
792, we are 6 to the north.
And if we were doing stall drag, right about
northbound.
now, you'd be coming back.
Wow. Sure is different for me when I'm not in control. I'm just like...
Well, dropping the flaps just to get rid of the drag. But yeah, it's going to drop back to the ground like crazy. You got to remember, the flaps are giving you a lot of nose-up pitch.
Yeah.
Skagit traffic, Cessna 2962 Delta upwind runway 29er, Skagit. Probably saying that wrong. But they're giving you all that nose up pitch, and I was full nose down trim to take off just to help me get the tail up. Alright, on to Arlington. Skagit traffic, Cessna 2962 Delta is turn left crosswind, runway 29er, depart the pattern, southbound schedule. So am I going to do a short field landing or are you?
Do you want to try it?
Sure, I'll give it a shot. You can critique me.
Finally.
Practice being a CFI, tell me all the things I do right or wrong. Lots of traffic out here today.
Oh yeah.
Most of it looks above us though. I like ADSB, it's great.
Oh, come on, guys. 417 Alpha Sierra is so far from the freaking approach here.
Use 3000.
I'm going to depart to the south and re-enter for 3-4.
Full stop, Arlington.
Alright, you want to let them know we're midfield?
Alright, the traffic, Cessna 6 to Delta, midfield downwind 34, Arlington. Okay, I got one on final, and I think that's the only one in front of us.
417 Alpha Sierra is left crosswind for 3-4, Arlington.
How far out on final is he? Oh, that one?
Oh, he's almost about to touch.
Okay, perfect. Yep. Cool, we're going for it.
Okay.
Arlington area traffic 409038 kilo, entering the 45 for left traffic, runway 34, Arlington.
Arlington traffic, 6 to Delta, left base, 34 will be number 2, Arlington.
417 Alpha Sierra, midfield left downwind 3-4, Arlington.
There's the final glider.
Yep, for the grass.
And Arlington traffic, Coplane 170 on the left crosswind for 3-4, Arlington.
6 to Delta, turning final 3-4, Arlington.
Alright.
What a cluster.
Yeah.
What's your, are you doing the numbers? Touching on the
Yeah, I'm
numbers?
looking for the numbers.
417 Alpha Sierra, turning left base 3-4, Arlington.
A little high for it. Oh, missed him.
Arlington area traffic 409038 kilo, midfield, left downwind for runway 34, full stop, Arlington.
417 Alpha Sierra, turning final 3-4, Arlington. Aircraft, you better be rolling.
Oh
hell?
my.
Yeah, take it easy there, bud. We're gonna turn off here at Alpha 2.
That's my fourth go around, bud.
That says more about you than it does me. Alright, let's see if we can clear
Show final
it.
3-4 to Arlington.
Oh my goodness.
And Arlington traffic, Cessna 62 Delta is clearing runway 34 at Alpha 2, Arlington traffic. Good day.
Thank you.
There's always the grass.
Alright. Make sure we're not getting in the way of any of these gliders.
Arlington
They're
area
actually
traffic
nice people.
409038 kilo, left downwind to base, runway 34, full stop, Arlington.
Hey, you finally got it on the ground. Yeah, I think it's a record. And kind of following people pretty close. I got stretched out over Marysville like 5 times.
First world problem.
Yeah.
You're flying airplanes, like how bad can your day be? It's beautiful. 10 miles, Cavu, like, come on, like, how bad can it possibly be? We got into Arlington, we got yelled at in the pattern, we got some cheap gas, and now it's time for Steph to show me her awesome short takeoff and landing skills as we pop out of here and head over to Boeing Field. I wasn't super impressed with mine. Could have rotated a lot earlier. Definitely could have not carried in like the extra 5 miles an hour of airspeed.
Okay, you have an excuse because you never fly this airplane, whereas for me, I always fly it, so I have no excuse.
Well, yeah, 500 hours. You got it. You'll nail it. She's gonna impress us. Just watch.
Okay, so I'm doing a short field.
Short field takeoff.
Should I try your,
Left downwind, 3-4.
I don't know. I mean, you can do it
Flat
however you'd like, because I pull more than 20 is the thing. You know, that's the idea, is I'm pulling like closer to 30, 35, whatever it takes to pop it off and break ground.
Cessna 6 to Delta is taking 3-4 will be departing left downwind departure. Arlington.
And Arlington traffic, Kyoto RV, currently entering downwind 3-4, full stop. Arlington traffic, show plane 170 will be on the left crosswind 34.
But how do you feel about it?
I don't know, how long do you think it was?
Distance probably 400 plus.
Okay, so it could have been shorter or what?
Well, I mean, you could have come to a stop. That's what you want to do, right? You told me you were going to come to a stop on the runway?
Did I not stop?
Yeah, your wheels never stopped turning.
In traffic, show plane 1.
You kept rolling. There's a little more nose down left. I know it's really hard because of the trim. And the only other thing I would say is you went to 20 flap.
Yeah.
You never
What
went.
was I supposed to do? Go for more?
Yeah, I usually use more to pull it off, to pop it off and break ground. That's about, I mean, all I would really say on it. I thought it was fine. You rotated, you know, like you didn't have too much energy when you rotated, you were getting off the ground early. I just think you could have broke ground a little sooner with more flap. And, you know, coming to a complete stop. And then just a little bit more elevator pressure if you can get in there. If you're like maxed out, you know, arm strength, then that's all you got, you know. But there's just like, you know, probably an inch or so left on the yoke. Inch and a half.
Yeah. I can push harder, it's weird.
I know, it's uncomfortable. Well, that's like why I start with it buried. You know, like I start with it fully locked against, like as far as it'll go. Because otherwise, it's a ton of pressure. I mean, especially if you're fighting flap. Like, it'd be easier without the 10 flap. But I mean, I got the 10 flap in there just because, you know, I can't reach all the way to the floor to pull the airplane off the ground.
Right.
Wow, they got a lot of airplanes down there in pain. I wonder if they're afraid or they're manufacturing or what. So it looks like you'll want to come on down.
It's gonna have to be below 1,000 when
Yeah.
we're getting very close. But
Exactly, yeah,
he's
that's
gonna,
what I'm looking at
yeah,
now.
that's
I would just, I mean, where you're at now, I would just continue your descent down to 1,000 feet, you're fine.
Wingfield Tower, Cessna 2962 Delta, 8 miles north inbound, uniform.
And 8 miles north, say again the call sign.
Cessna 2962 Delta.
So 2962 Delta ident.
62 Delta ident.
62 Delta, traffic 12 o'clock, western mile eastbound, type unknown, city 600, contact tower 118.3.
62 Delta has traffic, we'll go to tower. 1183.
Yep.
Okay.
Where's the traffic?
It's right in front of us.
At 600 feet?
Yeah.
Where?
November 902, Quebec traffic, 11
Airplane
o'clock,
18-3.
1.5 miles southwest bound,
Where's the traffic?
case 1,300, Cessna.
Steph, where's the traffic?
I see 2 in front of us. I
Okay,
don't know
but you
if
said
that's
600. Yeah.
600 feet.
Yeah, and where those are obviously above that. But
Okay.
That's okay, just
Well,
watch out.
we're like 600 feet above whatever that traffic is.
Okay, you're up on 18.3.
November 78, Romeo, turn right at Alpha 5 and contact ground.
Wingfield Tower, Cessna 2962 Deltas, 5 miles north, 1000 inbound, uniform.
And the Cessna calling, just give me the tail number again, please.
2962 Delta.
November 2962 Delta, roger, and a right traffic, runway 32 right, and report a beam to stadiums there.
Right traffic, 32 right, report of Beam Stadium, 62 Delta.
Just try to stay a little further from those towers. Shot though.
Charlie 962 for Echo, Alpha 8, whatever take
Some of them
off.
have guy wires that stick out.
62 Delta Stadiums.
Number 62 Delta, roger, continue into the right downwind.
Continue right down with 32, right 62 Delta.
November 62 Delta, runway 32, right, clear to land, base turn is approved, traffic short final, runway 32, left is a few knots.
And 60 Delta, clear to land 32 right, over your flight base.
Boeing Tower, Mooney 102 and Kilo, 32 right northwest approach, please.
And November 661, that was the traffic ahead. The traffic that departed right in front of you, also on a Mercer. Follow that traffic, Mercer is approved.
Follow that traffic, Mercer departure approved, 661, thank you.
I'm gonna try to touch up the numbers.
What's that?
Roger. November 0 Lima Papa, continue on the downwind, I'll call your base turn.
I'm gonna try to touch at the numbers.
190 Lima Papa will continue on the downwind.
November 62 Delta, turn right at Alpha 5 or Alpha 4 and contact ground.
Right at Alpha 5, contact ground 62 Delta.
Ground's up.
Boeing Field Ground, Cessna 296 Delta with you for the FBO.
So we went to REI, courtesy of the courtesy car, or the crew car, as they call it. Yeah, we parked at Kenmore instead of Signature because Kenmore is awesome, Signature's not. Signature charges you for everything, including breathing. And Kenmore was awesome. We just walked in, we're like, hey man, can we get the crew car? And they're like, yeah, sure, here's some keys. So we got a good little late lunch, dinner, and we went to REI and spent a whole bunch of money on cameras and gloves because my fingers are cold. Trivia of the day, Steph. Can you fly an airplane with mittens, or do you need to have gloves?
I say gloves.
Let us know what you guys think below.
And now we're ready for a nap, but we gotta keep flying.
Yes, onward to Twin Oaks, Hillsboro, Oregon.
Yeah.
And
Very exciting.
extra cameras will help too for this part of the trip, although I'm not sure how long they're gonna last, but we got some GoPro 7s, courtesy of what's left of my 401k from the airline that we just exhausted. And again, if you guys have any extra GoPro cameras laying around, feel free to send them on over. We can definitely put them to good use. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and start heading on down to Twin Oaks. Hillsboro, Oregon. Twin Oaks. Yeah.
All right.
Little side note, I know I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get to show you guys the Museum of Flight here at Boeing Field. We didn't really have any time to get over there. We got a late start today per usual. Steph and I don't exactly run on any sort of good time schedule. So hopefully we'll go across the field next time we pass through on our way back up to Alaska. When we pass through the lower 48 again, heading back up to Alaska later this spring, we'll take you guys over across the field to the Museum of Flight. In the meantime, just check out all these other cool airplanes here that they're getting ready to ship out. They've got a bunch of Boeing 737s they fly in here just primed up in green primer and then paint them up in the liveries for the different airlines. Once again, thanks Kenmore Air for the crew car because we were able to go to REI and get our cameras and Steph's cookies. So
Fresh baked.
the most important thing, Steph's cookies. Plus, check out Mount Rainier. It's going to be an awesome view when we blast out of here. Perfect sunset flight. We should probably get going.
Yeah, let's do it.
Boeing Field Ground, Cessna 2962 Delta is at Kenmore, ready to taxi with Whiskey southbound.
All right, call Boeing Ground for the southeastbound departure, say again.
Yeah, 2960 Delta is at Kenmore, ready to taxi with Whiskey.
November 2966 Delta, roger. Will this be southeast down the valley?
Affirmative.
All right, 2966 Delta, roger. For wake turbulence, it'll be a little faster for you. I'm going to take you runway 32 right via Alpha.
Copy, 32 right via Alpha, and that's 62 Delta.
62 Delta, roger. And November 62 Delta, I need you to make the 180. Go to the short runway, 32 right at Alpha 8.
And that's a 180 for 62 Delta at Alpha 8 for 32 right.
Citation 7 Juliet 7.
Something didn't look right. I was like, where exactly is 32 right?
11 taxi via Alpha.
Forgot we were past it.
So, yeah, kind of embarrassing there, but I guess everybody makes mistakes, right? Really would have been super easy to avoid this mistake had we just slowed down a little bit, not been in a rush, not been super tired, and actually taken the time between the two of us to look at the taxi diagram and brief the taxi of what we were going to do, both agree on it, and then actually go do it. But instead, it kind of began as, where you start taxiing, and then I started looking at the chart to try to kind of brief it as we taxied out. when we shouldn't have been doing that on the roll in the first place. We should have done that while we were at a stop. And then, of course, by the time either of us had really figured out that we were going the wrong way, yeah, ATC kindly informed us that we were. So, not a big deal, and not the end of the world. Everybody makes mistakes, but we definitely could have avoided this one by just slowing down, taking our time a little bit, and hopefully you guys can learn a little bit from that, from our own mistakes, and, slow down, do it like they do in the airlines, brief the taxi before the aircraft actually moves anywhere.
62 Delta, runway 32 right, clear for takeoff, understanding you're on the right downwind.
32 right, clear for takeoff, right downwind 62 Delta.
62 Delta, traffic north to boundary, northbound, helicopter low level.
We'll be looking for that helicopter 62 Delta.
Alpha Renton, say again.
94661, negative 8 is inbound, full stop.
Negative ATIS.
94661, Boeing entire flight.
Yep, just means it doesn't have the ATIS.
32 right, altimeter 3035, wind 3004, and we are VFR.
Thank you, 94661, any chance we can get direct to right base?
661, turn into the right base now, and runway 32 right, clear to land.
32 right, clear land, right base, 94661.
But I'm excited because we're in the lower 48. We're going to be able to get VFR flight following all the way down to Twin Oaks in Oregon, rather than just dodging mountains on our own at 500 feet over the water, going into Sitka at night, not knowing what is around us. Makes it so comforting getting to talk to another human being. Alright, well I think we can be done with this guy.
I was gonna wait till he tells me frequency change.
Alright, that works. 26.5 should be our next frequency for VFR flight following once we get...
That Seattle Center?
No, that's going to be Seattle Approach, because we're still down here at 2,000 feet and you'll still be with Approach. And then if we climb up, if we want to go up high, we might as well. Nighttime there's nothing to really see. Then they'll probably give us off to center once we hit like 7 or 9,000 or something.
Monitor runway 32 left, clear to land.
I'm amazed we're still on,
Well, so you're clear of the Delta airspace, so you can legally just swap, or you can ask for a frequency change. But at this point, I would just swap, because we're like so far out, and we might as well just go right over to Approach. There's no traffic around us. The only reason I stay on with them is for traffic.
Tell him, right?
Well, he may have already told us or something. You can double check. You can just be like, hey, 3962 up to clear the south request frequency change.
And Boeing Tower 2962 Delta, request frequency change.
62 Delta, I gave it to you a long time ago.
62 Delta, frequency approved, good day.
Good day.
There we go. Cool. There is the approach of Seattle down south.
We are...
Probably just do it off of Auburn, or is there actually... There's a VFR checkpoint. We've got...
Oh, I can never know how to say that.
Puyallup.
There's no... I forget.
Puyallup Fairgrounds.
There's a way to say that, and I don't know what it is.
Okay, third trivia of the day. How do you pronounce the Puyallup Fairgrounds?
Puyallupi, or...
Just south of Seattle, the VFR checkpoint.
I can't remember. They taught me how to say it last winter, and
Puyallup.
I totally forgot.
Puyallup. I'm confident that they would understand where we are. They'd be like, oh yeah, those fairgrounds nobody pronounces right.
Alaska 9810, contact approach 133.65.
Seattle Approach, Cessna 2962 Delta, 5 miles north of Pierce. Request flight following, transitioning south 2.6.
Well, verify the call sign was November 2962 Delta, is that correct?
Affirmative.
62 Delta, what was your destination?
Destination is Hillsboro today, Oregon.
And 62 Delta, you're Skyhawk?
Cessna 170.
Same thing. Steph's biggest pet peeve. I'm not a Skyhawk.
Dang it. That's the censored version.
November 2962 Delta, squawk 4651.
4651 for 62 Delta.
So we chatted with Approach a bit as we headed on down to Twin Oaks Air Park right in Hillsboro, Oregon. Overall, pretty uneventful flight, not really much to see at night as the sun goes down, so we'll just kind of fast forward a bit right to when we were getting to Twin Oaks.
Usable tower office now, 87731 left out of I-8.
It's gonna be one of those airports that you have to like fly directly over top of, and you don't see it until the last minute until you're like directly over top of it.
They call from response, where is now, 89.
Probably just a single runway with houses around it.
Cessna 62 Delta, I'm showing no traffic in the vicinity of Twin Oaks. For exchange approved, have a good night.
Frequency change approved for 6 to Delta, good night.
That must be it right there.
Yeah,
Alright, you're up on CTAF.
that's gotta be it. Twin Oaks traffic, Cessna 6 to Delta, 3 miles north. We'll be making left traffic for runway 02, Twin Oaks. It's a little guy.
Yeah, it is 2,400 feet long. I just wanted lights again since it had been a couple minutes. Don't want them to go out on us right on short final.
Ooh. Boy, depth perception is so weird at night.
Yeah, it's different, eh? That's a challenging one with no Pappy.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go really slow here and figure out where exactly we're going to turn off and not turn off in the grass.
So after all that flying, it was a little too late. We were a little too tired to actually do any sort of vlog, outro, filming then. But basically, to sum it up for you guys, we are 10 days into the trip now. Stopped in Hillsboro, Oregon, or basically just south there at Twin Oaks Airport. Super cool airport. We'll show you a little bit more of that tomorrow when we fly on over to Bend and spend a little bit of time around Twin Oaks. But basically, totals for the trip so far, 10 days into the trip, $25.50 is what we've spent on fuel and the airplane in general. So basically all our airplane expenses, including the expense of the annual at the beginning. We've got about $1,000 on hotel and food, about $800. So it brings our grand total to $41.60 so far on this trip. We are more than halfway and just a few days away from getting to Reno, Nevada. Or just north of Reno to Dead Cow Lake Bed, which is going to be super awesome and we were super excited for. So stay tuned. I know it has been a little bit delayed getting these videos out to you guys. We're a little bit slow getting them edited. We are going to pick up the pace now for summer of 2019. Churn these things out. It was taking me like 3 days to get a video done. Now it's taking me like 2 or 1 sometimes. But yeah, we have a lot of work to do. A ton of awesome footage to bring to you guys. Stay tuned, you will see it all. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already so you can keep up to date on it. Hit the little bell, so YouTube tells you when we post a really cool video. And we will see you guys in the next episode.
I'm sure signature is fine, I just don't know that.
7828 Mike Boeing.
Yeah, no, signature is fine. They're just super expensive always, and they have a fee for breathing, or walking, for standing instead of sitting. There's also an additional fee for if you're sitting. There's extra fees for red airplanes or blue airplanes. There's fees for everything.